Hello everyone, thank you for coming to this presentation. It's great to see you all. My name is M. Salsabila Rifki and my partner Salsabila Sofana, Alifa Sanatul Hikmah, Safa Suci Nur Aisyah, Novista Ramadhani, and Siti Mutia Fatih Rahmah. In this opportunity, I'd like to present acknowledging the payment, a letter explaining confirmation to the other party that the money they sent was received. This notification letter is very important in buying and selling a transaction because it is proof of payment. Very fatal consequence of this confirmation letter is not done. For detail will be explained by friend.
Definition of acknowledgement full payment. A payment receipt letter confirm to other party that you received the money that they have sent, deposits, or paid to you. It can be written by an individual or a corporate entity. Either way, the format of the letter does not change. Payment receipt constitutes legal document in most cases, so they have to be very accurate and contains as many details as possible. Payment confirmation is part of the sale and purchase transactions. Usually, this part occurs when the buyer has made a payment to the seller. After that, the buyer will confirm in the form of proof of the transactions. There are many ways to confirm exciting payment. As time goes by, confirmation is now appearing in digital form. This has contributed to the breadth of various payment, various payment. System with different payment notifications, even though it seems small payment. Confirmation plays an important role in the smooth running of payment transactions. Therefore, its role cannot be underestimated because there are many bad things that can arise from not having confirmation the payment. In buying and selling transaction, payment confirmation is considered an important part of notifying the seller if the buyer has made a payment. After that, the seller will send the goods and the transaction will continue. If confirmation is not made, the transaction will not process smoothly. Wherever buyers are required to confirm payment. Confirmation can be done in a number of ways. First, there is the confession of telling the seller that they have paid. In addition, the send picture of the result of payment through various media such as ATMs, bank transfer, and others. Confirmation can be done in a number of ways. First, there is the confession of telling the seller that they have paid. In addition, the send picture of the result of payment through various media such as ATMs, bank transfer, and others.
Parts of acknowledgement full payment. First, letterhead. The letterhead consists of the company name in the first line, the company address in the second line, and the company contact in the last line. Second, deadline or letter date. There are two types of writing date letters, namely American style and British style. The American style is written the month first and then the date. For example, December 11, 2016, whereas for British style, writing the date first and then the month. For example, 11 December 2016. Third, reference line are initials, abbreviation for the name of the person dictating or signing and typing the letter. In the business correspondence, it is usually listed in the upper left corner, parallel to the deadline, or there is also written at the bottom of the letter on the left. For example, Ref HHAPP9. HH is signer initial, short for Hazen Haywood. AP is letter typist initial, short for Ann Palmer. P9 internal filling or reference number. Reference lines that are often used in replying to letters are: first, your ref HYY SC251, reference to the letter returned. Second, our ref HHAPB5, reference to the reply to the letter. Fourth, insert address or recipient address are the full name address of the receiving company written generally for until 6 line below the deadline in the left side. 5. Subject line or letter content. The subject line is written centered, and the purpose of writing the subject line is to provide convenience to readers regarding the content and purpose of the letter as a whole. 6. Salutation are the opening greeting in the letter. Example for this salutation: if the letter writer doesn't know the gender or name of the recipient of the letter, first, American style, dear sirs or dear gentlemen. Second, British style, dear sir. If the letter writer already knows the name of the recipient of the letter, the name can be written directly. For example, dear Mrs. Jane, dear Mr. Smith. 7. Body of letter. Consists of 3 parts. First, opening paragraph that generally contains an introduction or links previous correspondence to the recipient of the letter. Second, describing action in the second paragraph contain the essence that will be discussed in the accordance with the subject of the letter. Third, the closing paragraph contains a summary of the topic discussed or an expectation of the next step. 8. Complimentary clause. Greeting. A closing salutation in English begin with a capital letter and ends with a comma. Some closing greetings in English, namely yours sincerely, very sincerely yours, sincerely, cordially, most sincerely. 9. Signature of sender writer. The signature is under the closing salutation, followed by a clear name and title if any. And under the clear name is given the signature positions. 10. Enclosure, attachment if any. When there is an attachment in the letter, should be given the description of the attachment on the letter. There are some ways to write an attachment. Some ways to write an attachment. When there is only one attachment, enclosure, ankle A. And if there are more than one attachment, the number must be written. For example, 2 enclosures.
A phrase is a group of words that express a concept and is used as a unit within a sentence. 8 common types of phrase are noun, verb, gerund, infinitive, positive, participle, prepositional, and absolute. Take a look at our selection of phrase example below. Noun phrase. A noun phrase consists of a noun and all its modifiers. Here example: the bewildered tourist was lost. The lost puppy was a wet and stinky dog. The flu clinic and seen many cases of infectious disease. It was a story as old as time. The sport car drove the long and winding road. Saturday became a cool wee afternoon. Verb phrase. A verb phrase consists of verb and all these modified. Here are examples. He was waiting for the rain to stop. She was upset when it didn't boil. You have been sleeping for a long time. You might enjoy a message. He was eager to eat dinner. Gerund phrase. A gerund phrase is simply a noun phrase that starts with a gerund. Example include: talking my dog for a walk is fun. Walking in the rain can be difficult. Strolling along beach at sunset is romantic. Getting a promotion is exciting. Signing autographs takes time. Going for ice cream is a real treat. Singing for his supervised hobby earned his keep. Getting a sore back was the result of the golf game. Pulling an all-nighter did not improve his test score. Sailing into the sunset was the perfect end to the book.
I want to explain infinitive phrase. An infinitive phrase is a noun phrase that begins with an infinitive verb. Here are some examples. To make lemonade, you have to start with lemons. I tried to see the steak, but I was too short. She organized a boycott to make a statement. To see Niagara Falls is mind-boggling. He really needs to get his priorities in order. The company decided to reduce hours for everyone. To donate time or money is an honorable thing. I went to Spain to study the language and culture. A positive phrase. A positive phrase that and defines a noun is consists of one or more words. Example are: my favorite pastime, middle point, surprise some people. Here horse and Arabian was here pride and joy. My wife, the love of my life, is also my best friend. Cheetah, the fastest land animal, can run 70 miles an hour. My idea racing pin for the office was accepted by the boss. The Florida panther, the state animal of Florida, is an endangered species. Participial phrase. A participial phrase begins with a past or present participle. Example are: was with my clothes. My cell phone no longer work. Knowing what I know now, I wish I had never come here. I am really excited considering all the people that will be here. We are looking forward to the movie. Having seen the trailer last week, grinning from ear to ear, so excited her award. The happy dog ran the entire length of the park, pausing only to sniff the dandelions. Painted a brilliant white, the small room appeared bigger. The light version of All Winter was finally done. Prepositional phrase. A prepositional phrase begins with a preposition and can act as a noun, an adjective, or an adverb. Examples are: the book was on the table. We came by the brook. He knew it was over the rainbow. She was lost in the dark of night. He was between a rock and a hard place. I waited for a while. She smelled in strawberries and cream.
My name is Siti Mutia Fatih Rahma. I will explain an example of acknowledge the payment. You can see this is a sample letter. This is at the very top. There is the letterhead. PT Bintang Timur is the name of the company. Tanjungan Street 15 Surabaya is the return address. Then there is a phone number and email. Then there is a reference line. To the right of the reference line, there is the date of the letter. And this is the inside address. Miss Sarah Wijayanto, Direktur PT Nasional, Mataram Street 35, Semarang. Then there is the letter subject. Acknowledge the payment. Dear Miss Sarah, this is a salutation. Furthermore, there is a letter body consisting of an opening, a content, and closing. There is a complimentary clause. Your sincerely, John Renatan, Manager.
The conclusion of this article is receipt is a proof sent by the company regarding the receipt of good or service. Usually, this letter will be given together with the product in a courier service.
In general, this document is very different from a receipt. So, what is the difference?
The difference is that a receipt will be given as a check when sent when the product has been delivered.
On the other hand, the receipt is valid proof that payment has been made. In other words, the receipt will be received the buyer first compared to the receipt.
One of the reasons for giving this type of letter is to ensure that the product or goods have been completely. That's why the seller no longer need to double check with the courier about the consumer product. Okay, that's all we can say, more or less. Sorry. My all those we have shared be beneficial for all. Bye bye.